Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. The Sephora sale has started, I believe, for the Rouge people. If you're a member of Sephora, you know what I'm talking about. It's their VIB sale. It's 20% off. It comes 2 or 3 times a year. So it's a pretty special event. I'll list the dates on the screen. Let me start by saying I am not a Sephora affiliate. I get no benefit from you shopping there, from you going through my links or anything. I'm just doing this video for the fun of it, for some suggestions, hopefully to be a little helpful. I did recently do a Credo sale video. I will go ahead and link that because some of the things that I list or talk about in the Credo sale are also available at Sephora, and if you didn't already get them because the Credo sale is over, you might want to look at Sephora for them. And today I'm focusing on makeup. I'll talk about a couple other things to get started. Oh, and I have all these things on my face today. I filmed myself applying them. If you're new to my channel, my name's Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. Everything I use is clean at Sephora. That's probably everything you need to know. I'm 51, aging naturally, and so, oh, also I have normal skin. You'd think I've never filmed a video before. I do live in a dry climate. Let's go ahead and jump in. To start off with, I do want to talk about the Merit Great Skin. This is a serum and it's lovely. It's a bi-phased product. You do have to shake it. Merit is sold at Sephora and not on Credo, so I do like to pick up some Merit products while the Sephora sale is going on. This is just a lovely product. It's not like anything I've ever used before. It's not greasy, but yet it does have an oil in it. It's really smooth as the skin and is great as a primer. Leaves the skin feeling glowy and hydrated. And before I let it dry down, I did go in with my foundation today. I'm not sure this foundation appreciated that so much, but I do also recommend the Merit Stick Foundation. I have the shade Sand, and this does love going on top of the Great Skin. If you get this, you want to apply it on top of an emollient sunscreen or some other type of moisturizing product that has not dried down. That's how this does best. I believe I did already say I have the shade Sand. It is getting a little too warm for me at this time of year, as any suntan natural color I had is fading. This is the only product I took with me on my trip to Florida this past weekend. It wore beautifully. It's a very natural finish, natural looking skin, and so easy to travel with, but even without the traveling thing, it really is a great product. What I am wearing today is the CL Tint and Protect. This is an SPF foundation, or a foundation with SPF. It's an SPF of 50, and I have the shade 04 Light Medium. I like to shake it. I can't remember if it says to shake it or not, but it is a liquidy, serum-y texture with a squeeze tube top. It's not super runny, but it is very wet, and I like to use my hands to rub it in. Of course, I've used a brush before. I'm not a big beauty blender person, but that does work nicely. Neither of these products, by the way, are scented, neither the CL nor the Merit. And here's the CL right next to the Merit. You see it's much lighter and much closer to my natural skin tone right now. It does dry down quite a bit to between a dewy and satin finish. It's definitely not matte, but it does look very skin-like. With the Merit Great Skin underneath, it certainly continues to look quite dewy throughout this whole video, and I'm not saying it doesn't look dewy afterwards. Keep in mind that since it is an SPF product, if you want the benefit of the 50 strength of the SPF, you do need to apply quite a lot. Today I put on 2 layers just to show you how you can build it up. You're not going to get full coverage, which is perfect for someone my age. I think the older we get, the less makeup we should wear, or we should look like we're wearing. Our skin just can't handle it with our fine lines and wrinkles and how things settle and what it looks like, and I absolutely love this product. The only thing I don't love about it is while it comes in glass packaging and the squeeze top actually works really nicely, I find it does leak around the edges of the top, and so it's not great to travel with. It could just be this one that I purchased. I wish I could see how much is left in there to know whether or not it's time. So I don't know that I'm gonna need this right now, but I love this one. I've loved wearing it. It's a perfect match for my skin tone right now. Super comfortable. I have only great things to say. Next, I went in with concealer. I recommended this in the Credo video too. It's the Tower 28 concealer. It's just wonderful. It's hydrating and easy to spread and does a nice job covering. I prefer a more full coverage concealer, and I think it's done an excellent job. I have hollows under my eyes, so it's not going to take care of the hollows, but it will cover the dark circles around my eyes and the redness that I get at the corners of my eyes from allergies and any other places on my face where I need it. I use the Sephora brush. It's this number 57. I absolutely love this for putting on my concealers. For a while I was using the BK Beauty concealer brush, but I've gone back to this one. I really like it. Everything I talk about will be listed in the description box down below. Again, that's for your convenience. However, I do also love the Say concealer. Now this is a more natural looking concealer, and this is actually the concealer that I took with me to Florida with the Merit foundation. Now the Merit can be used as an under eye concealer, and it does work. It's just not quite hydrating or smoothing enough for under my older dry under eyes. And the Say is really lovely. Let's see what shade I have here. 9 or 6. It looks like it's the Slip Tint something concealer, and I have the shade 6. This shade that I have of this is different from the Tower 28 as well. This one has a little more yellow in it, so it was better with the Merit than with, gosh, that just blended right in. That's the CL. And then here's the Say right here. So it was quite brightening under my eyes, which I liked. This is emollient and spreadable. And so I also, on the no makeup days, used it as my foundation because I just spread it out and it, you know, spreads out all over your skin really nicely. It's hydrating. And I think you can see here where I've already spread it out, it does dry down to a natural finish. I mean, you certainly could powder on it, but it's actually quite natural looking under the eyes, and it's really lovely. It's not the longest wearing concealer, but I do recommend it for drier under eyes where you're looking for something emollient and hydrating and lighter coverage. This does not get as much coverage as the Tower 28. I sort of went out of order today. I went in next with another Say product. Wow. This is the Say Dew Blush, and I've got the shade Chili. I love the packaging. It is a gel cream. A little bit goes a long way. It adds a nice pop of color. I put it right onto my cheeks and use a brush to spread it out. None of these things so far have had a scent, by the way. I will tell you if there is one. What a lovely watercolor effect you get. It doesn't have to be a pop of color, but I am gonna go ahead and put a little bit more on, because I feel like, even though I'm not a huge blush person, I feel like I could use a little more blush. See how easily that blended? And yes, it is dewy. Hopefully you can see the dew here, although foundation is sort of taking the stage, but there you see how dewy it is. I do think cream blushes are the way to go as we get older, but I still love a powder blush. I just feel like they're give more of an airbrushed effect. I feel like they're more flattering on my skin. I don't know that that's true, but I do recommend the Lawless Make Me Blush powder blush. I have the shade Vintage Love. I like the compact. It does have a mirror in it, which these days is harder to come by because of sustainability purposes, and that's fine. It does come with an imprint that I've worn off. I'll go ahead and swatch it here. And this is sort of in between a bronzer and a blush for me. It's a really nice neutral, I feel like a neutral rose maybe. Even though this foundation has not dried down and it's quite a bit sticky because it hasn't dried down and I have on the Great Skin, the Merit Great Skin underneath, you see how beautifully this blush laid down, and I think that speaks to the quality of the blush and how easy it is to work with. In today's video, as well as today's makeup, for some reason I skipped contour, which I don't actually use every day. My number one pick would be the Westman Atelier Contour Stick and Biscuit. This is a mini size, which will last me a very long time. The Sephora collection does have their own contour stick, and I've done a comparison between these two. The shades are not actually all that different. I take that back. That must have been a Victoria Beckham comparison. These shades are quite different. So this is the Westman Atelier, and this is Sephora. I'll have to put how many shades the Sephora contour stick comes in because this shade is not for me, and maybe that's why I don't like it. The formula is really nice. It's just not a good shade for me. And you can see that the Westman Atelier looks like a bronzer compared to the Sephora, which explains a lot. But it's a nice formula and it's very inexpensive, and during the sale it's 30% off. So it's 30% off what is already very inexpensive. So if you're at all curious, I would give it a try. I have the shade light to medium, which I would consider myself to be. I did go in with the Sephora bronzer. This one I have in the shade 00 Sun-Kissed Haze. Now this is a very light shade, I'll admit. And this does have a mirror. It's nice and flat. Again, nice and easy to travel with. Even though it's very inexpensive, it doesn't feel cheap, which is nice because it could. Let me go ahead and swatch this. It has the Sephora imprinted there. And it is much warmer than the Westman Atelier, which is next to it. It does have a scent. It's a beachy type scent. I did apply this today. I think it does a beautiful job. It sort of has an airbrush finish. I enjoy wearing it. It's just not always the right shade for me. I think right now it's a lot more the right shade than it was when I was a little deeper, but that's a product I enjoy. And again, 30% off the Sephora collection during the sale, and I do recommend it. Then I moved on to eyes. I love these Merit Solo shadows. I have two shades. I have the shade Social, which I'm wearing today, and Studio, which I was wearing earlier today. This is Studio. It's a warmer neutral color. And then this is Social, which is a cooler grayish purple shade, which is on my lids. Here's how they compare. I like best to apply these with my fingers. You can build them up some. The warmth of your finger melts the product. It applies beautifully to the skin. There's no tugging or pulling. I just tap it on and spread it around. I really like the packaging. First of all, it looks beautiful, and second of all, it's so easy to use and travel with, and it's a perfect container. The top twists on. You want to make sure you hear that click because then you know it's fully closed and the product will stay good for a long time and retain its properties that you want it to have. Also, so I just clicked it closed. Super easy to open. It's not a really tight close, even though you do hear it close like that. I have arthritis in both my hands and I have no trouble opening these. I just think they're beautiful. They wear all day. They wear beautifully. I don't have issues with creasing. And I love the shades. They have more shades. I do know Merit is going to be having 20% off on their website, I believe after the Sephora sale. I'm not exactly sure, but I know one is coming up if you want to look on their website instead. Sometimes you can get better deals. A lot of times you can get better deals on products when you go directly to their website. It's just not always worth it because you may have to pay for shipping. So just depends on your preferences. I went in with the Give by Gwen Stefani eyeliner. This is waterproof. I have the shade black. I'm thinking they're phasing Give out of Sephora. I don't know if this line is being closed out completely, but everything from Gwen Stefani's line was already on sale before the sale started. I'm definitely picking up one of these eyeliners in brown because it is the only eyeliner in the clean beauty space that stays put on me. I love this. You cannot smoke it out. It dries down immediately. There's no playing around with it like the Victoria Beckham eyeliners. It's not creamy. I only use it in my waterline, so I can't speak to many other uses. Before I went in today with the lipstick, I forgot to tell you, I am wearing the Edam lip, what do they call it? Lip softening balm. Le Choo Choo is the clear balm that they have, and they all, I believe, have a different scent. And this is Butter Mochi, and I hate the scent, which will tell you how much I love this product because I wear it all the time anyway. I'm working my way through it. The feel of the packaging is nice. It's really pretty. It does have this type of tip, which I absolutely love. It's easy to apply. It feels nice. This is a thicker, not at all sticky, but just a thicker, it's a balm. It lasts a long time and I love it. I also recommend, I think I forgot in the Credo sale to say this, I do recommend the Tower 28 lip balms. They're called SOS Lip Softies. I just have the clear, I think it might smell like vanilla. The tip is not nearly as nice or luxurious or anything, but this is a thinner product. It comes out much easily. You just give it the teeniest squeeze and it comes out and is thinner on the lips, but it is moisturizing and hydrating. It just doesn't last as long, but I do love it and reach for it all the time. I would recommend that. It does come in shades as well. And a lipstick I have on, it is a Merit lipstick. I am not a lipstick person and I love this lipstick. Of course, the packaging is beautiful. We've said Merit, or I've said Merit does a beautiful job with the packaging. I have 2 or 3 of Merit's lipsticks. This is the shade Millennial. I believe I also have Baby. I don't know what the scent is at all. Any of you in the comments, if you'd let us know what you think it smells like. I'm horrible with scents. I love the scent and I really like this shade. It's, I guess, a rose. It's a beautiful formula, not drying. It is a satin finish and it's a pleasure to wear. The only lipstick, aside from 100% Pure's lipsticks, that I can tolerate. Going backwards now with the Tower 28 lip liner, or multi-use pencil, I think they call it. Yes, multi-use, multi-liner. The shade Work of Art. I do really like this. It's not the longest lasting. You can see I've used it. I just reach for it a lot. It's just a great shade for a natural lip liner to make my lips look a little bigger and just make everything look nice. It's easy to apply. It's not waxy. It's not dry. It's that perfect in the middle, and there that is. It's a little brown compared to the lipstick, which is fine because, you know, then it just looks like a little bit of shadow around my lips and my lips may look a little larger. But I do enjoy this. I have used it as a multi-liner. I've used it on my cheeks. I've used it on my eyes. No complaints here. I really do like it. You can see I've pretty much stuck to the same brands now that I'm looking, but this is where I am right now. What can I say? I've done these videos before and I'll link some of the Sephora sale videos or Sephora haul videos so that you can see what else I recommend, because I'm sure that still holds true, I would think. I did go in next with the CL setting powder, or what do they call it, filter and protect SPF 50 powder. I love this. First of all, I really like the packaging. I love the powder puff in here. It is so soft and yummy, and you can obviously wash it, and you should. It does have a point on one end, not a super pointy point, and then it's rounded around the rest of the powder puff. I like the mesh liner inside. Oh, I do have the shade 02. It takes the shine down. It doesn't dry. It doesn't look drying. I love that it has SPF, especially under my eyes. There is a light scent to it, surprisingly. It doesn't bother me. It's gone in a second. I only smell it when I'm applying it. And I do love this. This is my favorite powder. My next favorite would be the Say powder. I do also really recommend that one. This one wins out for me because of the SPF in it. And then for highlighter, I did go in with the Say Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow. It's this beautiful pearlescent shade. It is a gel, so that means it's water-based. It's just a beautiful, dewy looking product that to me smells like marshmallows. Again, let us know in the comments what you think it smells like. For the longest time, to me, vanilla smelled like chocolate chip cookies. I finally understand that that's what vanilla smells like. So that is the highlighter I'm wearing. And I did put it on over all the products you saw me put on today, and it didn't remove the makeup, and it's still beautiful. I have it on top of powders. I always forget to use it underneath makeup because I'm always using skincare underneath makeup, but you absolutely can use it as a primer. I've heard it works great. I didn't do this yet or talk about it, the LYS setting spray. It has a fine mist. No scent. It doesn't even smell like water. Absolutely 0 scent. It's still drying down, but when it does, it adds no finish to your makeup. It doesn't change the look of your makeup, which I truly appreciate. LYS is already so affordable compared to everything else out there, and on sale, I think this is a great buy. I still love the Cali Ray setting mist. A lot of it has to do with the experience. I don't know which is better because I'd have to do like a side-by-side comparison or something, but this is a really good one. And if you don't like scent, fragrance, and you just want a setting spray to do its job and not add dew or not make things matte, I think this is excellent. And then of course, don't forget at Sephora, if you want body care products, like they do sell the Necessaire deodorant, shower bath gels and things. Perfume, this is not a clean fragrance, but I find most clean fragrances really bother me. This is Missing Person by Fleur, and I knew that. I don't know why I had to look. While this candle is not from Sephora, they have candles, they've got hair dryers, hair straighteners. I'm just saying, don't forget those things, because those things can be costly. Same with everything, you know? It's just the economy we're living in. I think that wraps up today's video. Let me know what you think of these products, if you've tried them, if you would recommend them, let people know in the comment section. If you wouldn't, also please let us know, and I'd love to know why. As always, I hope you find time to pamper yourself today. Bye. Please do the video, please do give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you would consider, subscribe. Please do give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'd really love to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. That would really be a lot, and I'd be thrilled, even though that's a teeny YouTube channel.